Hello everyone! Our topic is visual elements in the Philippine traditional motifs and crafts. And my task is to discuss the motifs and symbols. Motif. Motif is an image, spoken or written word, sound, act, or another visual or structural device that has symbolic significance. Motifs typically are used in one of three ways. A single object that appears multiple times throughout the work with the most of the emphasis placed on the item. A collection of related objects that appear multiple times to emphasize the theme. Third one is a collection of seemingly unrelated items that serve to draw attention to the theme in a subtler manner. For the classification of motif, number 1 is a geometric motif. These motifs include line in various forms such as vertical, horizontal, and diagonal and curve. They form fabric designs such as stripes, pleats, checks, and circles as their associated designs. Number 2, realistic or natural motif. Natural motifs portrays as direct replica of things as they exist in nature, such as flowers on trees, animal in jungle, human figure, and other natural things. Number 3, stylized motif. These are simplified variation of natural or man-made objects that are no longer recognizable. Number 4, abstract motif. These are combination of colors, size, and shape without relationship to natural or man-made objects. Next is symbol. The term symbol comes from the Greek word symbolon, which means contract, token, insignia, and means of identification. Symbol is an object, a picture, a written word, or a sound that is used to represent something else, either by resemblance, convention, or association. A symbol can be used to change the meaning of a word or phrase. They can change the way we view things. To get the meaning of a word, it is necessary to use symbols so that it can be understood well. The meaning of symbol depends largely on its usage, its history, and purpose. So the types of symbols, first, pictograms are pictorial representations such as isotype. Pictograms are iconic signs which represent complex facts not through words or sounds but through visual carriers of meaning. Number 2, cartograms are topographical representations with complex functions and iconic facts, for example, an atlas or the ground plan of a house. Number 3, iconograms are illustrative representations. They are iconic signs which, as an illustrative representation, emphasize the points in common between the signifier and the signified. Number 4, diagrams are functional representations. Okay, number 4, diagrams are functional representations. They are visual signs which are partly iconic representations but are more functional carriers that illustrate, for example, a sequence of facts or functions. Next is ideograms. Represent a concept. Typically, ideograms correspond to sign as a symbol which relates to the object or concept referred to independently of any format identification with it. Symbols can fall into multiple categories, but the context and intention help us understand how to read them. Next is the logogram. Logograms are conceptual representations like writing. They are referential linguistic signs that do not take the phonetic intention into consideration. Next is typogram. Typogram are typographical representations. A typogram is a sign that is also composed repertoire, such as alphabet. The last one is the phonogram. A phonograms are phonic representations. A phonogram is a sign that used to signify linguistic or other sound. For the indigenous Philippine arts and crafts, one of the most precious traditional livelihood that are still kept until today is weaving. Originating in the pre-colonial times, the art of weaving of the Cordillera tribal groups in the Philippine North is still existing despite the threat of the more practical mass production of cloth. The natives used backstrap loom to produce blankets and articles of clothing. For examples are the piña cloth, and this is the examples of piña cloth, and then the abaca fiber. This is the examples. Next is the baskets. Native baskets. Muna siya. Then the pots. Muna siya ang examples ng pots. And the last examples are wood carvings. Samo naman na siya ang examples ng wood carvings. And that's all. Thank you.